Welcome, welcome, welcome. How is everyone doing on this fine, fine night? It's another late stream. Alright. I'm gonna work on this here Nidoking, see what I could do with it. Alright. Hello, Henry. Nice to see you here tonight. I guess I could switch to this screen in case people do want to send a commission request, because I'll be working on Nidoking, and then once I finish up Nidoking, we'll see where we are from there. I actually did start a Magneton the other day and never finished it. Some of you might remember the beginning of that. I started taking on commissions, and then I just left it in, like, its Magnemite form. I mean, it basically just looks like Magnemite. Hello, Isaac. All right. Tomorrow. Yes, tomorrow, 5 p.m., baby. Jax, do you have money? Because I'd be happy to fulfill your request for money. Because right now I'm going to work on this here Nidoking. Hey, thanks, Isaac. I appreciate that. I got this sweater for a killer deal on one of those used clothing apps forever ago that I won't endorse because they banned my account out of the blue and I'm mad at them. Alright, let's see here. Where is my stylus? We are at the tail. And how do I want to play this out? I think I'll just kind of draw... I gotta think about this for a sec. I didn't put a lot of thought into this yet. I'll establish the horizon line, and then we'll visit more things from there. You have a request for a live stream. Well, feel free to share your thoughts. Hello, Serena. Nice to see you here. Last stream, nobody could hear you anymore. You don't know what was happening. Like, nobody could see your messages in the chat? Yeah, when you say hearing you, I don't think anybody else has a voice here except for me. So when I see the word here, I think of, like, audio, right? But I didn't, feel free to share. Hey, what's up, Bridget? Oh, nice to see you here. How you been? Messages weren't being seen in chat. And you did not... And you got no guess points. Ah. Well, in the last guess-a-thon? Were you guessing as one of the top guessers? It was kind of a blur, that stream. It was a 4-hour one. You were on the leaderboard, Cabbage Club, weren't you? Hear me out, everybody. The only way to tell me what to etch is if you send these gifts right here. Right there. That's the only way you can guarantee I'll etch whatever you want. You got frozen in 2052 and you don't know what was happening. Really? I wonder when that happened. Do you have, like, an idea of, honestly, Cabbage Club, if you could show me, like, when you stopped earning points, like, feel free to send me a timestamp in my Discord, because we're looking at debugging. So that's one of the things that's going on right now, is we're looking to debug, a lot of the problems that happened in the last one. So, Kyle has, like, an error log, essentially. He logged, like, every action that occurred in the YouTube stream last night. Or not last night, but the last guess-a-thon. And, you know, we could look into the, like, what event might have occurred to trigger some kind of a stopping of the counting. Indeed, the growing pains, yes. The growing pains have definitely been real for it, but I can't believe how much progress has been made on that program in such a short period of time. Kyle's really, like, gone to bat for me on that. Michael's points were certainly counted. That we can all be assured of. Well, hopefully some of the, one of the biggest issues that, is towards the end and you were adding me and you couldn't hear it, like your messages weren't being seen at all. Interesting. Very interesting. So, a lot of things were starting to kind of get wonky at the end of the stream. A lot of you might remember that. Okay, so I think I'm gonna just draw, like, a rectangle around this before I decide what to do next. And then I'm gonna think about it for a minute. I don't know if I really want to draw an environment around this. I might just do some sort of really cool, like, effects. Am I on Twitch or just YouTube? I'm only on YouTube. People seem to be suggesting that I should dual stream, though, but at this time, I'm only on YouTube. And I plan to, for the foreseeable future, only stream on YouTube. Yeah, I don't know. Maybe. I know Cabbage Club's been on good behavior. So it's possible that, like, I don't know. I don't know what the issue is. I'll be real. I couldn't tell you for this situation. But now's definitely the type of stream where I'm able to have more of a dialogue to see, like, what was going on. Oh, same, Michael. Same. All the time on my phone, actually. Like, I'm watching my own live stream on my phone, and there are certainly times when the chat completely bricks itself, and then I have to exit and re-enter my own live stream. On my phone, on my stream. Like, I'm hosting it. It's my YouTube account, and even on my YouTube account, the chat will just brick itself. It'll just freeze after a point, and then when I exit and re-enter, the chat will continue. So, even, you think that there's a lot of things going on with a new feature on my end. YouTube is dealing with new features, too. So, a lot of the issues that are being discussed right now are also YouTube's fault, specifically. You had to join 3 times for it to not to be awkward. Yeah, it's definitely, I know a lot of people prefer to watch on desktop for that reason. That last guestathon, it was an awesome guestathon. How do I get those emojis so you don't accidentally... Oh, you looked at the emoji button type area. Oh, are you talking about the specific emojis for my community? Is there any, so you need to be a member to get access to those emojis. Do we have any members here in the chat who could share the special emojis you get? Did Wista go to work for YouTube? Yeah, it's YouTube's fault. There we go. Those are some of the emojis that you get just as, like, a YouTube viewer. Okay, so I'm already feeling like I'm gonna give it the, I'm pointing at something you guys can't see. The upside down Kangaskhan treatment, where I'm gonna start with some nice spiky shapes. Yeah. Spiky shapes always help. Here, I'm gonna put my phone right here in the meantime. Just shimmy it in. There we go. Perfecto. Okay. We've got a lot of people screaming Kyle's name. Hey, there's some of those emojis. Poor Kylie. Kylie is so confused. Yeah, well, I guess you're in the know about something that, if you've been there, you've been there, Brigido. But we do have a special support at the very edge of the stream. There we go. Gonna work more on adding some more of the spiky shapes. Kangaskhan is the last card you need for Mew in the TCG pocket. You're so annoyed you can't get one. Can you trade with people in TCG pocket? I would assume the answer is no. Only because I feel like people would just abuse the free accounts. And then trade all their, like, energy cards. Jax, you gotta calm down. Jax, you can't be spamming. Someone drop no spam. Alright. Alright, we're gonna have to do a preemptive, I think it's a little time for robots here. We got any people under 13? Drop a robot emoji in the chat, baby! We gotta see some robots in the chat! Robots in the chat! Let's see some robots in the chat! Woo! Alright. Back to our... How does one learn to use an Etch A Sketch? So, basically, I started out of boredom as a child. I recommend that you go to a grandma's house who's very curmudgeonly and doesn't allow for you to watch TV when you want to. Hey, we got one robot. To everybody tuning in, how have you been today? What's your day been like? Tell me one fun thing that happened in your day today. Tell me one fun thing. I want to hear about it. We got Joe Mama in the chat? We do! It's a different Joe Mama, though. We've got a second Joe Mama. That's really funny. Okay, so I'm going to keep thinking about what I want to do here. I'm going to keep adding the spikes. I'm into the spikes for this situation. So I'm just going to methodically add more. You don't know if you can type in the super chat. If you said what, just say what you want me to draw after. Oh, sure, Henry. Yeah, if you would like to send a super chat request, I'd be happy to fulfill it. You should be able to type something in the field for the super chat, but in the event that it shows nothing in the super chat field, you're welcome to just share a comment for what you'd like to like for me to draw afterwards. Great question, Henry. And I understand if for some reason there's like a little glitch in the super chat. Ooh, we got some fun things going on. You got a new dining table delivered today, and it has a bench with storage. That's very fun. You could put possessions in the bench. Kylie, I don't think that's a very fun thing. But we got Serena saying her brother came home from college for winter break. That's cool. Hey, Henry, thank you so much for the $5 super chat. Let's keep an eye on what you would like me to etch. So I'm going to keep working on this, this Nidoking for now, but I will keep my eyes peeled for what you would like me to draw. Jax, it's fine. It's fine. Just don't spam too much. I can tell you really want my individual acknowledgement on the stream. Remember, I'm hosting a live stream with a lovely audience of 84 people, and I can't respond individually to you every single time, okay? Oh, I'm sorry to hear that, Just a Guy. I hope that they weren't scoping you. A gramophone? I think that's a cool idea, Henry. All right, I'll draw a gramophone. All right. If my bench gets possessed, I'm blaming you. Oh, no. See, my first thought was like repoed because we have the white van, the suspicious white van being mentioned in the chat. But now I'm thinking of like the ring. I will draw a gramophone once I finish these spikes here. I'll finish the spikes and then I'll draw a gramophone next. It'll be a 5-minute drawing. Alright. As a reminder to everybody watching, if you would like to guarantee what I Etch A Sketch for you next, all you gotta do is send one of the corresponding super chats or YouTube gifts. Now, those are only available to US participants, but the cool thing is that you'll actually get more bang for your buck if you send the YouTube gifts. They're like a better dollar per gift value than the super chats. So if you'd like to have nice savings, that's the way to do it. All right. That's really weird, Just a Guy. That sounds very sus. Incredibly sus. All right, I think I'm gonna leave this at here for now. Hey, thank you, Michael, for the floating heart gift. Just like what Michael did, except the specific gifts that you see in the picture that's down here. There we go. Right there. That right there. Boop, boop, boop. Yeah, one of those 3 options. All right. Let me scooch this. And we've got a nice clean Etch A Sketch for the gramophone. I look like your friend? I think there's a low probability that I'm your friend, but feel free to share your friend's name. Okay, let me pull up a picture of a gramophone. When I first read it, I thought of like a grandmother phone. And I figured you don't mean a grandmother phone. Oh, this is a really cool thing to draw. I found a really lovely image of a gramophone. I will be pulling up that image. Oh, it's very big. Can we make it smaller? There we go. Beautiful. Their name is Alex. Oh, that's one of my middle names. One of my middle names is Alexandria, but my name is Jane. How do you draw in an Etch A Sketch? Well, if you ever want to learn exactly how, I actually have a series of tutorials available. So we're going to put 5 minutes on the clock. And I'm going to draw a gramophone. So I'll start that 5-minute timer in just a moment. And there we go. Okay, beginning the gramophone. Thank you again, Henry, for the super chat. You got logged out of your account. I am 8-bit rickrolling people in the chat right now. Okay, so I'm gonna draw... I'm gonna start with, like, the big, iconic gramophone portion. There's, like, something on the screen of this Etch A Sketch. There we go. There's some sticky residue from, like, a sticker or something. No, I'm not worried at all about copyright strikes for that. If that were something to be concerned about, then literally every fan artist on YouTube would be in trouble. I'm not worried about that at all. Absolutely not. I'm worried much more about the music than anything. And I have very carefully selected a playlist of songs. Not worried in any way. Especially because I've been paid by companies to do some of their licensed IP. And I don't get in trouble for that. Like, I have, like, licensed rights to do some of that. You forgot it wasn't a guess-a-thon. Hey, what's up, Dillabud? Aw, I appreciate it. Alright. Yeah, this is a good project to etch. I'm gonna focus for a minute because we've got a timer going. And then we've got some shapes. Let's see. Like so. Do we have any favorite anime? I sure do. Would somebody mind sharing the favorite anime ping? If you want to see some of my favorite animes, I actually have a ping set up that shares a bunch of my faves. Alright. I've got a lot of favorite animes. Feel free to share some of your faves in the chat. We could talk about anime for a sec while I work on this. My favorite Etch A Sketch drawing I've done. I think I have one set up, fave drawings. That's another ping, ! Fave drawings. I think I have a link to some of my faves. Or ! Gallery, to be honest. A lot of my faves are, like, just available in my gallery. Alright, so we've got the head of the gramophone. We got basically 2.5 minutes left. We were halfway through. It's pretty good timing, to be honest. Alright. Thank you so much, Michael, for sharing the pings. Alright. Can a moderator add to the to-do list that I need to update the GIF on the request screen? Because I don't think that it's communicative enough. I'll know what that means if you just say update GIF request screen. I used to have it worded a lot more sternly, and I think that that actually was more effective. Alright, to anybody joining in, I'm Etch A Sketching a gramophone. I've never Etch A Sketched a gramophone before, so this is a very interesting request. I need to pick up the speed, so just a moment, everybody. I'm gonna focus on this for a sec, because I can't read the chat while I do this. Ooh, I drew it so big that I'm not gonna be able to draw the bottom part of it, but I could draw part of the record that it's playing. That's okay. There is, like, the arm of the gramophone, and we're gonna shade the record. This is an interesting request. What was your inspiration for selecting a gramophone as your request, Henry? I'm just really shading this here record. You would have never guessed one of my favorite animes is Pokemon. There we go. And that is 5 seconds left on the clock. There you go. I'll show you the reference photo too. I think I could share my screen. Here we go. Oh, it's screen sharing the wrong screen. Did I turn off that monitor? You know, it does that. It drives me bonkers. Okay, so then let me... There you go. That's what I Etch A Sketched right here. A gramophone. Okay, so I'm gonna come back over... One second. I have my phone directly blocking all of the buttons that I needed to interact with there. Thank you, Top Hunter, too. I appreciate that. Alright. And they did want a gramophone. That just makes me think of now ding dong, ding dong, ding dong, ding. Gramophone. Okay, we're gonna set this aside and I'm gonna keep working on that, there we go. This. How is everyone doing tonight, and what are you doing tonight? Like, what is your, what brought you here? And what time is it where you are? Look at all those random questions I asked. Feel free to answer whichever ones I asked. You've had it in your head since the last time you saw I at a request stream. You thought it'd be interesting to see it on Etch A Sketch. No idea how that's the first thing that came to mind. That's cool, though. I like it. It's not often I etch a request I've never etched before, you know? Alright. I do notice that my shadow kind of eclipses. I wonder if there's a way for me to, like, mitigate that. If I... Nope, that makes it too shiny. The lights are in a very specific orientation. And then when I come over here, it totally eclipses. But I need to see. So I guess my hat just gets in the way because it's so bright and white. Hey, thanks, Bandana Dan. I appreciate that. 10:58 where you are. It's 11:59 where I am, so it's about to become midnight. How did I learn to draw? How did I become an Etch A Sketch master? So I taught myself how to draw when I was a child. I'm debating. Should I shade? I'm thinking. I'm gonna do the stylish shading. I don't do it very often, so it'll look cool. It's my squiggly shading. So I first picked up a pencil when I was still sitting in a high chair as a toddler. I used to draw still lives of the things in front of me. My dad would leave me alone with a long, like a big stack of scrap paper, and I would just draw. Those are some of my earliest memories in life, of just being in a high chair for lengthy periods of time. And as far as Etch A Sketch, I'd visit my grandma, and to stave off boredom, I had the Etch A Sketch at her house, and she wouldn't let me watch TV as much as I wanted, so I taught myself how to Etch A Sketch without realizing that it was a skill that most people couldn't do. And it was just a product of a ridiculous amount of practice. There was no one to teach me back then. Nobody was teaching this kind of thing. I actually have lessons. If anybody ever wanted to learn exclamation point tutorials that will point you in the direction of some Etch A Sketch lessons that are free here on YouTube. But it is a learnable skill. I teach workshops all over the US. Oh, you gotta pop out, Henry? See you at the Guess-a-thon. Hey, I'll see you tomorrow. Tomorrow at around 5 p.m. Eastern. That's when I hope to host it. Weird that they don't have a license plate. I would call the police over that. That's really sus. No license plate? The shading is my squiggly shading. So I just make these tight little squiggly shapes, and it creates this delightful texture. Yeah, it's amazing the different kinds of things you could do on Etch A Sketch. And some Etch A Sketches are better for certain techniques than others. This one's really good for this technique because it's got a really nice ability for the powder to get pushed around all over the place. Not every Etch A Sketch works this way, but I had a feeling that this one was going to be good for this. And I was right. It's looking real nice. It's a nice, yummy, kind of bumpy texture. So I'm going to do that on this side too. You'll see it even more clearly on this side. So I'm just going to blah, 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 blah. Add some nice shading here. Have any of you seen my most recent upload here on YouTube? That was a video that I filmed 2 years ago. 2 years ago, everybody. And I finally got around to editing the footage because I'd been sitting on it for so long feeling like I need this to be perfect. I need this to be good. And I actually had 2 different edits, and then I had a whole voiceover that I didn't even use on TikTok. It's a whole thing. I overcomplicate my short form videos, and I spend hours editing them, and I shouldn't put as much effort into them as I do. But I love them, and I want them to be the best that I can make them, you know? Yeah. Does anybody have any Christmas plans? Anyone traveling out of town? Anyone going to stay with other people? Anyone hosting? Did everybody buy their gifts yet? I still have a few gifts left to buy. I'm waiting for 1 or 2 to ship my way, and then I have to ship out a bunch of gifts. A bunch of gifts arrived today that I need to pack up and ship tomorrow, so I'm gonna do that. And, yeah. It's not a guess-a-thon, Sophia, so I can talk about Chicago. I gotta say, despite how great Chicago is, I'm grateful to not be there right now because this is the time of year that's, like, incredibly cold, and the wind just feels like icicle shards stabbing into your face. Like, it's very unpleasant. So I'm very grateful to not be in the Midwest right now. I taught a class today, and my student in Michigan, it was a snow day for her. And she showed me what the outside window looked like, and it looked very cold. We don't have snow here right now, so I'm very grateful for that. Thank you, Luck. I appreciate that. And thank you, Abby. I appreciate that, too. You're going to relax when you can. I feel that. Kyle and I are staying home for the holidays, and we are very much so looking forward to relaxing. We are looking forward to having a nice, chill holiday. We might go back to the German market over in Baltimore because Kyle's kind of craving the donuts there. So we might go do that. Or we might maybe go see, like, maybe go down to DC or something, you know? You're in Florida, so you've been to Universal recently? Oh, yeah. I totally agree there. The coasters are amazing out there. I went to Universal in February. We did the 2-park 1-day trip. We didn't get to go on all the rides, but we got to go on a lot of them. And they have excellent coasters at Universal. I think Velocicoaster was my fave. The Hagrid's Motorbike Adventure was pretty cool. The only ride that we didn't get to go on that I really wanted to go on was the Hulk. Now, I've ridden it once before, but I wanted to go on with Kyle, and we just didn't have time. Doing 2 parks in 1 day is hard. Donut Central. Didn't realize, oh, Kyle's got quite the sweet tooth. I don't know many who have the kind of sweet tooth he has. In fact, I've got a funny donut story. There's nothing Kyle loves more than donuts. Probably more than me, frankly. So I bought 3 donuts a while back. I got the Midnight Munchies. And I walked to a local convenience store to pick up some snacks. And they have some Krispy Kreme that they stock at this convenience store. So I picked up 3 donuts. 2 for Kyle, 1 for me. Decided to splurge a bit. The one for me is the one that I always eat, which is the not raspberry. It's like the strawberry frosting with sprinkles. Kyle's never had one of those before because I always get one for me and then I eat it. And so the following day, I go to check on Kyle and I say, "Hey Kyle, did you eat any of your donuts?" I open the container and it's empty. He ate all 3. He ate my donut. I went, "Kyle?" He goes, "Oh, I thought they were for me." You've never eaten a strawberry one. I always get those for me. He ate my Simpsons donut, Michael. He ate my Simpsons donut. Evelyn's here? Hey. What's up, Evelyn? I heard that you are officially in the UK now, and you'll be seeing Alora soon. I checked in with her and asked if you two had met up yet. I was so mad. I was like, what the heck, Kyle? I went out of my way to go to the store to buy 3 donuts, and you ate all of them in one night. He left the container on the counter. The empty container that was closed. I opened it up. It's like, "Hey, Kyle, did you know I got you Oh, yeah, you definitely know I got you donuts. You doof. He's my donut doof. Ah, the relaxing feeling of the shading of the background. This is Nidoking. Velocicoaster's pretty awesome. Fast enough to make your heart jump, but not heavily intense and rough like Rip Ride Rocket is. I really liked Rocket because I really liked that I could select Darude Sandstorm. And like the Darude Sandstorm like equivalent bass drop happened right at the first like fall. It was, I would definitely select Kyle. Oh, he made the mistake of selecting he did the My Chemical Romance song, and I think it was like my father, but the whole, like, it played that whole preamble the whole time he rode the coaster, so it never got to like the actual song, and the whole roller coaster ride he was listening to like the build up. It was very poorly timed. So we didn't do the secret playlist because we didn't know about the secret playlist at the time, but we heard there was a secret playlist. But I was really fine with Darude Sandstorm, and he really regretted. It was what? Welcome to the Black Parade? Yeah, when I was a young boy. Thank you. But it played only the preamble, like the whole coaster. He couldn't like fast forward or anything. He did not leave any crumbs. Well, that's why you wanted it. It was truly my fault. 100% justified. You're in Edinburgh, headed back to London tonight. You'll be seeing Laura at 10:45 a.m. tonight. Oh my gosh. That's so exciting. I'm so excited to hear. I can't wait for you two to see each other again. We got 2 mods meeting up. The meeting of the Willows. Hey! I like that bolt. Laura, you're also awake right now. Pop calling the kettle black. Did you know there's a new Pokemon YouTube channel posting full episodes? I did not know that. But has anybody watched? Wait, I gotta find this guy's username. He's so funny. I gotta find his username on TikTok. There's this guy who's been like recapping Pokemon episodes. Do you guys know who I'm talking about? I gotta find out his name because he is so funny. I think he's one of my most recently followed. Anime Jones. His stuff is so funny. I highly recommend Anime Jones. If you haven't seen his recaps of the episodes, I've been enjoying them more than the anime. They're so good. Aw, you can't sleep, you're too excited. Aw. Oh, thanks, Evelyn. I appreciate that. But I highly recommend. Yes, he also does Yu-Gi-Oh! He just started doing Yu-Gi-Oh! More recently, and I've been really enjoying his Yu-Gi-Oh! Recaps, too. But his Pokemon ones have been so good. Yeah. He does the custom Team Rocket intros with the music and everything. He's so good. So funny. Do I like AFI at all? They had a few great songs similar to My Chemical Romance. The prelude is short but fire. I don't know what AFI stands for. Kyle's the one that listens to that genre of music more. I might know AFI. I don't know what that stands for, though. Staying late before an important test at school just for you because I'm the best YouTuber. Oh my goodness. Well, make sure to get some sleep. And here's my little life hack for if you're in school and taking a test. Drink water during the test. Water helps activate your brain. You do not regret drinking water. It's crazy looking back that I never had a water bottle on me during school. When I was in, from elementary to college. I never had a water bottle on me. And then now I just like, I need an emotional support water bottle to be on me at all times. Gonna go, might come back later. Can't wait to beat you guys to the guess-a-thon. Aw, thanks for tuning in, Sophia. Aw, the excitement is mutual. I'm excited on both of your behalves. Definitely what you should know them, but by if you know them. AFI is definitely what you would... I'm so confused by your message. Oh, A Fire Inside. That's the name. Okay. Can you draw Spider-Man? Very specific request, Lizzie. So I'm not taking any requests right now. Right now, the only requests that I'm taking are the paid ones. So if you send one of the following options that are either the super chats or the YouTube gifts, then I will start up one of those requests. But in the meantime, I'm going to work on my Pokedex. I've got like, how many Pokemon do I need to photograph over here? I've got the Ash Ketchum, and then the Vileplume, and the Metapod, Oh, I guess I only have 2. Well, there will be the Nidoking soon enough. You always have water bottle with you. It's smart. Have you struggled, Avalon, with getting water while in the UK? Because that was something I struggled with in London, is that none of the restaurants served water, and then, or they were, like, really resistant to it, and then finding tap water was a real challenge. I just didn't have a lot of luck with it, so I ended up buying some bottled water while I was in the UK. I feel like the US does a really good job of that. That's one thing that I gotta say kudos to the US for, is the ubiquity of free and clean water. So, thank you, USA. That's, like, one of the only things you really do right. AFI is their common name. No one knows it stands for a fire inside. Oh, okay. Alright. When willows clash, it will leave us amazed. Aww. Oh, if you're in Colorado, you definitely need a water bottle. Talk about dry weather. Miss Murder was their big hit. Yes, I feel like if I knew him, I would know him, but I think, like Michael put it, like, if I don't know him, then I don't know him. All the restaurants serve you water. You just have to ask anywhere with a tap. You can request water by law. I think that they heard our accents and were jerks with us, man, because there were so many times where they kept insisting where we went out to eat. They kept insisting on, like, trying to sell us bottled water. It was a big problem for me and Kyle. And we just attributed it partially to our accents or something. Like, they knew we were tourists. Wow, we are all learning on this stream today. I love to see it. See, I'm starting to think that this information on the left is hard to read. You know what? I'm gonna ask that. Alright, I've got a poll. Oh, I don't want to add an option. Oh god. Stop, stop, stop. Stop. Okay, wait, how many options can I add now? Oh, okay, I can only add 2. Start the poll. There we go. Aha. Yeah, I just, Kyle and I probably just had bad luck. You have to ask for tap water. Tap water, which is free, but you still get water. Yeah. Yeah, see, in the US, if you ask for a water, it's always assumed that you mean tap water. You have to specify if you want something other than tap. If you ask for water, they'll bring you just a glass of water, but then if you want bottled water or sparkling water or something, then you have to specify. It's never assumed that you mean not, because we went to restaurants where we asked for water and they would bring bottled water. This live's soy. I wasn't even trolling. I'm not sure what you mean, Chris. Feel free to reword. You just remember to drink water? Hey, hydrate, baby! Chris, did you say something that didn't show up in the chat? Because that means you were saying something that triggered the YouTube filter. If that's what you're talking about, then you said something that used words that YouTube didn't like. My moderators didn't even delete any comments. My moderators can attest to that. Alright. Continuing the work on the details. London water isn't great. Outside of London is much better. We should have left London, man. Very creative use of the blue shirt emoji, Brigido. The only greater secret. Ooh. If you know the meaning behind Brigido's, if you know the meaning behind his Discord name, that's extra credit points. Thank you, Evelyn. I appreciate that. Have anything I love to draw on the Etch A Sketch? Oh my gosh, there's so... I mean, I love drawing Pokemon. But if you check out my gallery, exclamation point gallery, you can see a bunch of my favorite things to draw. I love drawing memes, portraits, masterworks of famous paintings, pop culturally related things. I mean, I love making all kinds of things on Etch A Sketch. Excuse me, everybody. There we go. And cleaning up the line work. Right now I'm just cleaning up these, like, spiky bits. You came across my live while scrolling tonight. You think you found a new fun creator. Thank you, Abby. Thanks for tuning in. Glad that you were able to find a fun creator. I'll be honest with you, Abby. I feel like it's a lot of brain rot on the YouTube Shorts live stream feed, especially at this hour. I get a lot of, like, streams that aren't even streaming, and there's just like a cacophony of information on the screen. I took a screenshot the other day. There's some really egregious stuff. I'll show you. Like, I just needed to know what was out there. Let me go to my screenshots. Google, like, made all the look at this. Look at this. I gotta show you guys. This is, like, what you see on these streams. Look at how I'm, like, okay, I gotta hide my own stream right now. Look at this. This person, this isn't even a live stream, okay? This person, there's a snoring sound. This isn't a live feed of a person. It's just, like, a repeating video. And then it's got, like, all of this, like, horrendous, obnoxious stuff on the screen. And then it's, well, it's a French stream, so... it's just like, don't say this word. I swear, if you say this word, I'm going to be so mad. I'm going to be so, like, that's like what so much, that's what so much of these streams are. It's so, like, it's just like I need to pour bleach right into my eyeballs to, like, cleanse it of all of the information happening on the screen. And then this was kind of an interesting thing. They had these arrows. You can't really see, so I'm going to show you. They had these arrows pointing to the cash icon. And then it has all this stuff that says, like, subscribe, you get TNT. Like, you get 2 TNTs. And I think that there were, like, there were 211 people watching, 3.9k likes. And it's just some, like, stream that just goes on for forever, you know? Michael, I swear, if you say TNT, I'm going to be so mad. I can't believe you just did that, Michael. Oh my god. I can't even stay serious doing that. The skibbity sigma. Yeah, get with the times. It is, it's chaos, but that's like half of what I see. You were deep in the brain rot when you came across mice tonight, and you're like, oh heck yeah, yay! I'm happy. I'm happy you escaped the brain rot. There were plenty of streams I saw, like, in the gaming sphere, where there were actually human beings playing the games. I don't see a lot of artists doing streams, and I think part of it is just that the art doesn't, like, appeal to as many people when it's slow art like what I'm doing. But, you know, you've got the gamers, and they're playing a game, and they're reading the chat as they play, so it's definitely, I don't know, at least at this hour, there's really not that many options on YouTube Vertical Live. I subbed, where's TNT? Oh no, I think that means that you now have to donate to get the TNT and become a member for more TNT. Oh, cacophony. You have a pretty large vocab. That's a new one for you. Oh, a cacophony is like all these different noises bombarding you. It's like, overwhelming. It's like brain overstimulation mode. Evelyn claims I'm the best artist. I'll take that title. I'm sure. Don't tell all the other artists, but I'm the best one. Yeah, but unfortunately, that kind of stream has really infected the YouTube vertical space. And it's a real shame because I don't want those to be proliferated. I don't want YouTube to reward that type of stream. Like, those people aren't even live. I know that TikTok had a pretty bad historic problem with that, and so what they did is they started putting in safeguards for people to have to prove that they're there, and I think YouTube should do something like that at some point. I don't know how, though. How do I draw really good, Joel? Well, I've practiced a bunch, but if you want to learn now, there we go. Nightbot just shared a nice explanation. See, I would support that stream. Donate to heal brain rot. I'll start my stream with like 80 pop-ups, and it'll be playing like the most obnoxious earworm music ever. And then like every time I get a donation, I'll just like hide one of the pop-ups. It's like slowly like ad blocking my own stream. slowly doing like an antivirus firewall on my own live stream. And then by the end, it's playing this like really relaxing music, like just super vibing. There's birds chirping, and it's like a casual sunrise over the mountains. But you only get there after like donating enough to get past all the brain rot. Alright, let's see. Okay, so we finished half of this drawing. Okay. Yes, yeah, you get lo-fi. It goes from like death metal to lo-fi. Yeah. Better try to get more sleep. You have an appointment in 4.5 hours. Oh, yes. Have a good night, Alora. Thanks for tuning in. Always glad to have you on stream. 25% chance at closing one brain pop-up opens 2 more. It is. It's a cancer. It's a virus. It infects everything. It just multiplies. A universe equivalent resets all the brain rot back to square one. Yeah. That's what we need. What's up, Sticky? Nice to see you here. Alright, how do I want to handle this? I think I'm going to do... Oh, I have an idea. Alright, so my idea is that I'm gonna make some, like... Okay, and then I'm gonna connect this part here. And then after adding this bottom part, I'm going to do additional shading. And I think this is going to look pretty cool. So I'm going to make this darker than the top. I'm kind of excited for this. To Evelyn, I don't remember you from the other live stream, but the more I see you, the more I'm going to remember you. What's the worst live stream you guys have ever been in? Yeah, it looks like she's getting hit with thunder. Well, good thing she's part ground type. She's taking it like a champ. Alright, so let's do some shading. I remember Blaze. Oh yeah, it's so second nature at this point, Abby. There's lots of them you hit. Do not recommend this channel. Has it helped, Bandana? Has your feed improved? There's so many that annoy me on TikTok too. So many live streams that I'm just like, please stop recommending these to me. One of my biggest pet peeves, oh my god, it makes me so annoyed when I see it, is when they put singing till 500 viewers. And then I join their room and they're still singing and there's like 700 people watching. I get so mad. It doesn't work. Nobody follows their own simple rule. It makes me so mad. I hate, anytime I see it, I just auto block that person. I go to their account and I actually block them. I never want to see their stream ever again. Makes me so mad. I hate, it's such a like, such a gimmick. I hate it so much. As much as I hate the like, Princess Etch mentioned you. And then you're supposed to click on the stream notification that says, Princess Etch mentioned you. No! I did not! It's a lie. Why would you start off on a lie? To, like, trick people? Why would you try to trick people into joining your stream? I don't know. That just bothers me. You're starting off by lying. It's like you're catfishing somebody. I went on a friend, so there's Bumble BFF. I got catfished on Bumble BFF. The app for friends, not for dating. I got freaking catfished on that app. Got so mad. I don't like the follow me, I'll write your name down and follow you back streams. Oh, I hate the reciprocal follow promise. I hate when people try to pressure others to reciprocally follow them too. if I follow somebody, I do it because I like what they do, not because they asked me to. But I have been on more than one occasion pressured on the spot in front of an audience to follow back, and I hate it. I hate it. I hate it. I end up unfollowing most of those people because it gives me the ick. Yeah. Yeah, I hate the follow for follow crap. It's so transactional, and it's so like inauthentic. Follow people you like. Just follow people whose content you enjoy. It's also against YouTube terms of service. Yeah, that doesn't shock me. I mean, Evelyn, feel free to join future streams. That's all I gotta say about that. Most streams you see are the brain rot ones, so alas, yeah. I just, it's so annoying. I get really annoyed all the time by a lot of people doing stupid things. And I get really annoyed that it works. That's the worst part, is these crappy engagement bait tactics work. The people who aren't even live streaming, the people who set up a looping video of somebody trying really hard to play a video game, you've seen that one gif of the guy, like, slamming on his mouse, like, slamming it on the ground, sweating and stuff. Like, it's just a loop, but all these people watch because they're just children who don't know any better, and then these people get to profit off of it. Like, it makes me so mad. It makes me so mad that people trick people. I get so mad about it. Like, there's such an injustice to it. And there's such an injustice to the fact that those crappy tactics work. But, like, I just don't understand what the long game is there. Like, I guess the short game is like, oh, cool, I got all these subscribers to my crappy YouTube channel where I play Fortnite Let's Plays. But, like, is anything of substance coming from that? Like, do you actually have a real fan who's gonna want to come back and get excited to join your streams? Like, I just, you know? It gives me the ick. Like, I don't know. There's no community in that. You want to talk, wait. Oh my gosh, you talk on the TV in the family. I don't know what you're trying to say there, but feel free to rephrase. My brain is having a moderate aneurysm trying to translate. I judge people who don't monitor their little kids' social media activity. I judge them big time. Yeah. Yeah, parents shouldn't be letting kids be alone unabated on the internet. I guess by teenage years, you should know a little bit about internet literacy, but in today's day and age, there's no excuse. In the 2000s, there was more of an excuse. But, like, the parents raising children today, they were raised on technology, too. So they should know. Like, they should know what their children are going to encounter, at least to an extent. They have more literacy on the internet than our parents did. And, admittedly, the internet has changed a lot in a decade, but still, like, I don't know, stranger danger is a real thing. Yeah. Not the best look. Oh, isn't there a law in Australia, Avalon, about how children aren't allowed to set up social media accounts or something now? Like, you gotta be a certain age? I do remember regular viewers. I do my best to, especially those who are, like, providing engaging conversation, you know? Thank you, by the way, to everybody who liked the stream. Alright. Yeah, but I got a lot of live streamer pet peeves. Not only about, like, things the audience does, but things that live streamers do. Alright, so we're shading that part, and then we're gonna shade the part above. What's up, Frida? Welcome to the stream! 16 and up, that's the age now? Yeah, government has passed a law starting next year that no kids under 16 can have any social media, which is amazing. Honestly, that's a good call. I think I was like 15 when I joined MySpace, and that was probably too young for that. I'm so glad MySpace servers have been nuked. I'm so grateful. The internet is now forever, but it wasn't always. It's true. Farida is here. it's now Friday. It's Frida Friday, baby. Woo! We got a global audience tonight. What country is everyone tuning in from tonight? Oh my gosh, I just thought about it. Avalon, you gotta be jet lagged to heck. What's the time difference between where you are and where you're from? Yeah. US is mostly 13 and up, yeah. Scotland, US, America, USA, USA. A lot of Americans watching. I mean, I'm an American watching. Little under 30 minutes till it's Friday. Gotta get down. New Jersey? We got someone in New Jersey. I've been to New Jersey. I visited the Toys R Us headquarters in New Jersey. I've been to... On 2 different occasions, I stayed at the same hotel near Wayne, New Jersey, where the Toys R Us headquarters is. Drawing on the Etch A Sketch, Etch A Sketch, Etch A Sketch. Drawing on the Etch A Sketch, on the Etch A Sketch. I think this is gonna make it to the decks. Now that I've added a fun background. Watching from Sweden. It's, oh my gosh. An 11-hour time difference or a 13-hour time difference. Never gotten jet lag before? What? How? I've only gotten jet lag when traveling. I think that my first trip to France, I was able to adjust really quickly because I was forced onto the schedule for work reasons. Craziness. I might go grab another water, everybody, so I will be right back, and you get to experience a new Be Right Back screen. So I will be right back in just a moment, everybody. Gonna go get some more water. And I'm back. I stole the water from my bedroom, so I'll need to refill both my waters before bed tonight. And this one's only halfway full, but this will be good enough. And yes, it was, Brigido. Very well. You got a well-tuned ear. Racking your brain what to request? Well, I might be potentially ending the stream after finishing up this drawing. I've just been realizing that I haven't streamed as much lately. I wasn't feeling well these last few days. So I'll tell you guys a little bit of something, because we got a more intimate audience tonight. I can kind of share some information with all of you. So first off, I was ill for the last 2 days because I started my period. And it was a really rough one, as they tend to be. So day 1 and 2, not a good time. But actually, I was potentially going to take on a really last-minute gig. I can't share the specific details, but it was going to be something, I'll say Hollywood-related. That's all I'm going to say to that. And believe it or not, I quoted above their budget. I wouldn't do it for a penny less. They wanted a last-minute thing. They would have needed it by Friday, so I would have had to overnight it today to get there by Friday. I would have had to basically stay up overnight from Tuesday to Wednesday to give the art 24 hours to cure, to ship it to Los Angeles, to arrive by Friday morning. So, yeah. I quoted really high because I was feeling ill and would have had to drop everything else going on my week and force myself to do 2 incredibly detailed drawings with preservation when I haven't set up the preservation space here. I don't regret the price I quoted, and I don't regret that I didn't get the gig, and I'm okay with that. But it would have been really cool, of course, if it fell, if everything fell into place. I surely would have been compensated well for my time. That absolutely would have been the case. It would have been worth all of the, like, the pain. It would have been worth the pain. I made it worth my pain if they would have accepted my quote. So, yeah. I'm reading some of the messages. What time is it where I am? It is 12:37 in the morning. Oh, Chicago. Honestly, Chicago would have been a better situation for me because I could have quoted a lower shipping rate to Los Angeles from Chicago than Maryland. Plane left at 6 a.m., so you stayed up all night, slept most of the flight, 14 hours, then stayed up until you landed at 6:30 p.m. Second flight was 8 hours, then went to bed at like 11. See, that's nice, Avalon, because I find as an American, flying to Europe really sucks because you have to catch a flight from the East Coast like sometime in the evening, and then you land incredibly early in the morning at like 7:30 a.m., and then you can't check into any freaking hotel until like 2 p.m. I hate it. I hate it so much. It is a constant problem in my life when I go to Europe. I've only gone to Europe like 4 times. I don't know why I make it sound like a really frequent issue for me, but still, I hate that about flying to Europe, that you arrive at the break of dawn, and then you have like 8 hours before you can check into your freaking hotel, and you're so tired. I try to sleep on my flights, and I do get some sleep in, but not a lot. You're watching from Georgia? You're in the East Coast, just like me. Yeah, so that's good that you're able to sleep on the planes, though. It is very hard. It is very hard for me to sleep on the plane. And it's not good sleep. The only time I ever got good sleep on a flight was the one time I flew first class. That was flying back from Tokyo, but I was sick on the flight home. And on my flight to Tokyo, my ear wouldn't pop, and I was in incredible pain. So somehow my own body was like, oh yeah, you're not allowed to enjoy this first class experience. But I did. I mean, I still managed to enjoy it. Much thanks to my friend who hooked me up with first class, who worked for United. This is the only reason why I was ever able to fly first class internationally. It will never happen again, most likely. But I'm glad I got to experience it when I did. It was very nice. Thanks for joining in, Cadence. The new flight from Perth to London is insane. Oh my. That's a long flight. You can also leave at light and land in the morning, but it's more popular to leave in the morning. Yeah, I would like to... If I could fly in to arrive later in the day in Europe, would absolutely prefer that. Because I need to crash at my hotel when I arrive. I know it's really bad for jet lag reasons, but... Hey! Oh, thank you, Bandana Dan. I would be happy to draw your request next. Thank you so much for that. Oh my goodness. Let me throw a little thank you for you. Thank you so much for that super chat. That's very sweet of you. I would be honored to draw buff Snorlax. That sounds hilarious. Thank you very much. And Merry Christmas right back at you. Drop some MVPs in the chat for Bandana Dan, please. You're going to head out now to get some work done, Abby Rain. Really cool checking out your work. Absolutely, Abby. You're going to really like the Guess-a-thon tomorrow if you'd like interactive streams. It's basically playing interactive Pictionary with me. So, it's a lot of fun. And a W request. I totally agree there. Buff Snorlax. That's going to be a really fun one. Alright, we'll do Buff Snorlax next. I'm almost done with this one, so once I finish this up, I would be honored to do Buff Snorlax. I should have specified, Bandana Dan, that any of the, the super chat requests are guaranteed. I won't end a stream unless it's a very special circumstance before doing a super chat request. And if I did end the stream, I would always make sure to communicate with the super chat sender to make sure that I get their request on an occasion when they're able to tune into the stream. So yes, I will definitely be guaranteeing your request. And thank you so much for the super chat. Thank you, Grox. I appreciate that. All right, so we're going to do some final cleanup. So I'm just going to outline this region here. And then I'm going to switch over to drawing buff Snorlax. That sounds amazing. Okay, here we go. And cleaning up the line work. There we go. Cleaning up the line work. Just trying to clean up a little bit here. Sometimes I tap the screen to free up the stylus a little bit. Sometimes the stylus gets a little bit inundated with the gunk from all of the aluminum buildup. And it really depends on the Etch A Sketch. This was a great Etch A Sketch for doing that scribble technique above, but it does come at a cost. Alright, and I think I am done with Nidoking. Woo! Thanks for subbing. I appreciate it. Don't want to keep me. You've been big. Oh, no worries. It made you think of Snorlax. That's a good choice, though. Only time you couldn't sleep on a plane is when you were leaving the U.S., had a ski crash 2 days prior where you got a minor concussion and massive migraine lasting 5 days. Oh my God. I can't imagine how crappy that must have felt to fly home after that. Oh my gosh. And the chronic migraines on top. Oh, that's brutal. Oh, you know what? I'll sign it. I'll sign it now. That's a good point. I'll sign it. Let's see here. Where's the stylus? I'm gonna sign it on the lighter gradient because you'll be able to see it. Alright. Yeah, so I'm gonna start with the etch. See, this Etch A Sketch is a little bit fuzzy. It's one of the reasons why this drawing's taken longer. So I'm drawing the Etch A Sketch. But yeah, this Etch A Sketch is being a little bit finicky. Alright, the crown looks good. Let's see if I can make the etch look better. Taking my time. Whoa, another super chat from the chat! From Lachlan! Absolutely, I'll draw Phoenix, absolutely after the, so I'm doing, Snorlax, then Phoenix. Thank you so much. Oh my gosh, alright. Alright, we got 2 drawings on the board then. Alright. With that note, I'm going to switch my screen to no more requests so people don't know how to send requests anymore. And that way, that will guarantee that I draw both of your requests tonight. Okay. So we've got a, was it a 10-minute? 1 second. Let me just check. I think it's a 10-minute and then a 5-minute. Yep, a 10-minute and then a 5-minute. Perfect. Okay. Wonderful. And thank you for sharing the super chat. So there we go. Now we got the little crown and Etch A Sketch in the corner. And I'm gonna scooch this over here, and let's get that next drawing started. I will grab this one. We're gonna say goodbye to the gramophone. So say your final parting words, everybody. And poof. Love it. Okay, so we've got the 10-minute buff Snorlax. I'm gonna look up a picture of Snorlax and then improvise there. I'm typing. Alright. I've got some good images to work with here. This is gonna be fun. Alright, buff Snorlax is up first. We're gonna put 10 minutes on the timer for that. And we're gonna start right here. This is gonna be very silly. I'm gonna need to look up. I'm gonna use a couple drawings as Okay, I've got some inspo. I've got some really good inspo for these drawings. I'm gonna start with this here, and then we're gonna do Angry Snorlax. Okay. I do have some tutorials. Thank you so much for sharing the tutorials, Avalon. You think of Gengat? Gengat will eventually be made for sale. Eventually. I haven't preserved Gengat. So Gengat is still living, like, living in on the brink of limbo. Alright, here we go. 10 minutes. Buff Snorlax. Fantastic suggestion. And then next will be Phoenix Wright. Alright, so we're drawing Snorlax's head. Always reminded me of like Hello Kitty's head when I draw it. Okay. And then drawing buff Snorlax. He's got little claws. Little clawed hands. He's living rent-free in your mind. You'd forgotten about Gengyat. One of my greatest creations I've ever made. Alright, so we've got some musculature happening here. He thick. And then I'm gonna use a little inspo from some other sources. Alright. And then this looks so wrong. Buff Snorlax with his 6-pack. And then I keep switching back and forth between like 2 different pictures that I found online. Alright, so there's one eye. 2 eyes. And then he aggro. There we go. I'm just gonna fill in. And then there we go. Is this going on your hear me out cake? Definitely been hitting the gym. Yeah. He's got his sculpted he works the gym. I don't know why I drew like this part of it, so this is hard. Okay, and then his other hand. This is like Snorlax's evolution. This is terrifying. It's gotta be tough. He's gonna mess things up. Okay, I'm gonna do some shading now. We got 6 minutes left on this. I know what I'm gonna do for shading this one. Okay, I have some ideas. We need the world to understand just how buff this one is. So I should have looked up some Super Saiyans for inspo. But I think I'm gonna give it like Super Saiyan energy. Like I'm gonna give it that like around it. Yeah, let me finish up here. We've got time to add detail to this here Snorlax. I should have given it like Super Saiyan 3 hair. I guess I could still kind of give it Saiyan hair. Giga Snorlax, yeah. Swolax. Yeah, it does kind of have Buff Master Roshi vibes. Okay. And then was it Master Roshi that taught Goku the Kamehameha wave? I feel like it was. It's been a long time since I've watched Dragon Ball. This is so disturbing. Swolax. I put his pecs really low on its body. I don't know why. Okay, so now I'm gonna clean this up. Just doing a little cleanup work here. You don't know why people get so mad when you say Master Roshi is one of your favorite characters. Ah, that's a cool choice. Yeah, it was for Roshi that taught. When Snorlax decided to lawyer up and hit the gym, right? Swolax. I love it. Okay, so now we're cleaning up the outer line work. This is certainly one for the books, everybody. This is so strange. Okay. And then I'm gonna do like... And then I gotta come around this way. I'm gonna cheat. Oh, I shouldn't have cheated because you can see how thick that line is now. Dag nabbit. This is what happens when you cut corners. Alright, I'm not gonna cut corners on this side. I'm gonna go around the perimeter so I don't make an extra line. Alright, we're not cutting the corner this time. We're going around the perimeter. Sometimes I lose the stylus up there. There we go. He's about to do Spirit Bomb, man. Or Body Slam. Probably the latter of which would cause more damage. There we go. We've got Swolax here for you, baby. So the first Kamehameha was by Roshi. He performed it in front of Goku, and then Goku copied it from there. Unintentionally at first. Don't know. Yeah. What are we calling this collection of Pokemon? We've got Gengar and Swolax. Alright. I don't know, cursed Pokemon? I think that calls it on this, the Swolax. Thank you for tuning in to watch the Swolax. Let me grab, I'm gonna end that timer prematurely because we were very close to the end. So I'm gonna grab another Etch A Sketch, and we're gonna have to take a vote. Oh, speaking of, Dragon Ball Z, this is the Goku that I etched, on a recent stream. So I'm pretty happy with that. How well does this line quality work? It's pretty good. It's a little fuzz. Little fuzz. Is this a new one? I think it is. I'm opening a new Etch A Sketch for this next one. Fresh etch. Let's hope it works well. I'm already a little concerned. Looks okay. You just recently rewatched the first season of Dragon Ball? I haven't watched Dragon Ball since I was in high school. And I haven't watched all of it. I just watched, like, early. Glad you love the Swolax. Alright. Let's do the next one. We're doing Phoenix Wright. And this one's from Lachlan. Okay, so I'm gonna look up a picture of Phoenix Wright. Well, I've got to do the classic pose. I've got to do the objection pose. That's like what we all know it best from, you know? I'm gonna do the, and you're watching from Sydney. I just realized that. That's awesome. Thanks for tuning in. Okay, so we're gonna come around here. And I've got the reference photo. Yeah, been a hot minute for me too. So we're gonna start right here. So this one's kind of got thick lines. I'm a little concerned, to be honest. I hope it works well enough for my needs. I gotta take this hat off because I keep causing a reflection on the screen. And my shadow's a little bit less intrusive. Even though you get my hat hair at its finest. Rizarita. Oh no. Oh, I can show you what's next. Wait, we actually already have a trifecta. I already made another cursed Pokemon. This one was from a few years ago. This one arguably started it all. This one's a Jane Labowitz original. Oh, these open on the other monitor. It's so stupid. There we go. I'll show you guys the other cursed image. Let me open up on my, one moment. I gotta move this out of the way. Oh, I can insert the image. That's what I'm gonna do. That's even better. Okay, insert plus image. Okay. Browsing the image file. You guys are about to see a really cursed Pokemon. There we go. It's so big! Why is it so big? There you go, everybody. Isn't it a thing of beauty? I drafted that pose myself, baby. Yeah, that one, I invented the pose and everything about it. I was just like, why is Blaziken so blazing hot? Like, what is up with that? Why isn't there more Rule 32 fan art of Blaziken? So I decided to make some on an Etch A Sketch like a decade ago. Alright. Let's get to it. We're drawing Phoenix Wright. It's beautiful, isn't it? I wish I still had that drawing. I should remake that one. I should make another one in honor. I blaze a cat with you. That's blaze a cold. Okay, so we're drawing Phoenix Wright. Okay, so I need to be mindful about trying to fit his hand in this drawing because I'm trying to draw him doing the objection pose. So I'm gonna come in here and then start focusing on just drawing shapes. Oh, I gotta put 5 minutes on the clock. Okay, we got 5 minutes. I don't know if I'm gonna fit his hand, but I'm gonna try. Alright. And then here's his mouth screaming objection. Okay. In case you were wondering, this is not a guess-a-thon, but I will be doing a guess-a-thon tomorrow. Check out the pinned comment. There we go. And we've got 1 set of teeth, and then 2 sets of teeth. Yeah, I should definitely do more cursed Pokemon. More disturbing Pokemon that definitely shouldn't ever be seen in those lights. It's fun to... It's a fun concept. I think that of all the Gengyats I've seen, I've liked mine the most. So there's something to it. Alright, we've got half of the head there. And then we're coming around this way to draw his other eyebrow. He's got a unique eyebrow. This Etch A Sketch, I'm a little concerned about the thickness of the line, but that's okay. Alright, so we're drawing the other eye. And I won't be able to read the chat for a little bit because I'm going to focus on this drawing, but I will catch up in a moment. I just want to really get these parts of the drawing done. Okay, so we've got the head. And the ear is formulating an ear. You could tell it's not a guess-a-thon because Brigido's here. Alright, so we've got the hair building up. We've got 2.5 minutes left on the clock, and I've done most of the detailed stuff, which is good. I'm gonna prioritize shading the hair while I'm over here. Yeah, look at how muddy this is. That's such a shame. This was a brand new Etch A Sketch. Alright. The quality of this Etch A Sketch is... it's okay. There we go. Okay, I gotta speed it up. And... there we go. Gotta get those details in. Seconds left. No. Okay, I'm gonna give it a little more than 5 minutes because I don't want to. Well, actually, no. I made it too big. I have an idea. I have an idea. I have an idea. Alright, let's see here. I have an idea. Okay, that was 5 minutes, but I'm gonna do the hand. He objects to buffness. Okay. His expressions from seeing Snorlax approaching. Alright, so now... Okay, so then we've got like that. And then... Hey, thanks, Donnie. I appreciate it. And... I just realized that I could use Kyle's program to run my own Jackbox game. Because all you need is, like, the answers. I could treat it like the... Alright, so this should, in theory, work, everybody. This is amazing! Objection! It's so funny looking seeing it connecting like that. Yeah. I should write objection like across the two Etch A Sketches. That's so funny. Alright, everybody. Whew. Oh, my pleasure, Lachlan. Thank you so much for your super chat. Thank you so much to all the lovely top chatters today, to everybody who's been sticking around, to the fan funders, including Henry, Bandana Dan, and Lachlan, and, of course, to Michael for sending the gift earlier on YouTube. So thank you again, everybody, for tuning in. And check this out. Check this out. I can show you something cool. I'm going to pause the music, because check this out. You guys get to be the first to see this. Do, 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 do. Ba, ba, da, ba, ba, da. Hey, check it out. Check it out. I've got an end screen. It's even got a different pattern than before. Isn't that neat? The pattern is a heart-related pattern. Yay! I've been wanting so longly to do an end screen, so I'm so happy with how this looks. Thank you again, everybody, for tuning in. I hope you had some fun because I always have a lot of fun hanging out with all of you. So I'm always appreciative. So take care, everyone. Enjoy the rest of your day, night, wherever you happen to be in the world. And as always, each and every one of you could be anywhere on the internet. It is the World Wide Web, after all, and you have chosen to spend this time with me, which I never want to take for granted. Make sure to join that Discord if you'd like to be informed about when I stream next and when you, have a say in future streams and all that good stuff. So, hey, thanks for picking the Discord. Thank you, Blaze. I appreciate it. I've been working so hard to make all these extra bonus screens for you. So, trying to make it a customized and fun experience for everybody involved. See this? If anybody's been wondering what the heck is that, this is actually part of my wedding dress that I haven't put away. So I keep seeing that out of the corner of my own eye. So, all right, I hope to catch you all tomorrow around 5 p.m., which probably means 6. You guys know me, but I'll try for 5. I'm going to try for 5. I want to try for 5 for the guest-a-thon tomorrow. So I hope to see you then. And I'm going to see what that poll is. Is the commission info hard to read? Okay, so 33% of you said yes. 67 said no. So I might do a little bit of updates on that just to make it closer to 100% no. So I'm going to end that poll now. And Avalon and Alora have a lot of fun together when you have a chance to see one another. I think Alora's in bed, which is probably for the best if she has to get up really early. And that's all she wrote, everybody. Never ended a stream like that in my entire life, and I'm never going to do it that way again. So you guys heard it here first and last. Okay, bye.